Once upon a time, in a lush forest nestled between towering mountains, there existed a tranquil avian paradise known as Birdlandia. This land was home to a colorful array of birds, each with their own unique songs and vibrant plumage. Among them were the cheerful chirpers, the melodious warblers, and the majestic eagles soaring high above the treetops. But there was one species of bird that stood out from the rest: the angry birds. The angry birds were a peculiar bunch, known for their fiery temperaments and volatile personalities. They were easily agitated by the slightest disturbance and were infamous for their explosive outbursts. Despite their short fuse, the other birds of Birdlandia tolerated them, hoping that one day they would learn to control their anger. However, as time passed, the angry birds grew increasingly frustrated with their lot in life. They felt ostracized and misunderstood by the other birds, who often avoided them out of fear of their temper. This resentment simmered beneath the surface until it finally reached a boiling point. One sunny morning, the leader of the angry birds, a fierce cardinal named Red, called for a meeting in the heart of Birdlandia. Flanked by his fellow angry birds, including the volatile Bomb and the speedy Chuck, Red addressed the gathered crowd with a fiery determination in his eyes. "Fellow birds of Birdlandia," Red squawked, his voice echoing through the forest, "we have tolerated the disdain of our peers for far too long. It is time for us to rise up and demand the respect we deserve." The other birds of Birdlandia tolerated them, hoping that one day they would learn to control their anger. However, as time passed, the angry birds grew increasingly frustrated with their lot in life. They felt ostracized and misunderstood by the other birds, who often avoided them out of fear of their temper. At first, many of the birds were hesitant to join Red's cause, fearing the consequences of defying the natural order of things. But as Red's impassioned speech continued, more and more birds began to rally to his side, drawn in by the promise of empowerment and recognition. With newfound respect for one another, the birds of Birdlandia put aside their grievances and joined wings in harmony once more. The angry birds, humbled by their defeat, vowed to channel their fiery spirits into more constructive pursuits, using their passion to protect their home rather than tear it apart. And so, peace was restored to Birdlandia, and the tale of the angry birds became a cautionary reminder of the dangers of letting anger consume one's soul. For in the end, it is not the loudest squawk or the sharpest beak that wins the day, but the warmth of friendship and the power of forgiveness that truly prevail.